Why, hello there, everyone. Hope everyone's doing good. Welcome back to Alan Wake 2. I'm looking forward to this. I've been on a bit of a high since watching the Control Resonant announcements and stuff that came out the other day from Gamescom. And just the little fact that we now have a release date for it makes me very happy. And getting to see more of the gameplay and all that stuff, and it's made me need to finish playing this game now because I'm almost there. I've just got the Lake House DLC, which is such a good DLC. So yeah, not any further ado, why don't we just get right into it? Let's have a read. The Lake House expansion is now available to play. Descend into the Federal Bureau of Control research facility and unravel the mysteries lurking within. Let's do it.
This isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls. 1970, 76, 8. Last one was in 2010. It's not exactly clockwork, but this town sees way more altered world events than most. We knew it was just a matter of time before the lake acted up again. After the AWE in 2010, the FBC's research department set up a facility, the Lake House, to study the threshold in Cauldron Lake, find better ways to contain the entity inside. Your tax dollars at work. When we detected a spike in paranatural activity at Cauldron Lake, before I even knew you were on this case, Saga, the Lake House was my first stop. I was short-handed, hoped they could spare some help, maybe give us some intel on the situation. If I had any clue what was waiting for us in there, Saga, I'd have just kept on driving.
Hi, Estevez.
This is Agent Kieran Estevez responding to an AWE alert in the vicinity. I need to speak with the Marmonts. So much for the welcome wagon. You all set up the perimeter. We're on the Threshold's doorstep, so keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, ma'am.
Return Addendum, The Lake House. Oh, I love this game so much. So yeah, just so people know, if I'd played this in the game, this would have been the moment when we're just about to head to Cauldron Lake to do the Dark Ocean summoning as Saga, and we can ask Estevez, so what happened to the Lake House? But the actual DLC itself is set completely before, I think, you know, when Estevez arrives in the story, like finds us in the forest with Wake and then takes Wake into custody. This is basically what Estevez was doing before that, like just before that. Like while Saga was running around trying to solve
This
the
shouldn't
murders,
take long, okay? You see
Kieran
anything?
Estevez was doing
Radio
this.
me.
Roger that.
Have fun out there. Don't die. I'll try not to die in here. How much torch on, please?
The Lake House was run by the research department. Research and investigations don't really see eye to eye.
Yeah.
What they call science, I call a violation of Bureau protocol and human decency. Classic interdepartmental drama. Your FBI saga, you know how it goes. Now, in retrospect, My low opinion of the research department may have clouded my judgment.
Yeah, if you remember back when I played the AWE DLC in Control, like the Alan Wake one, the area that we went to... Oh, it's a phone call, I thought it was a tree. The area we went to find Hartman was the research department. Oh, it's it's rain on the camera. I thought that tree was warping around the dark place. Oh, look at this. Even though it's not like grand and like imposing, this just looks fucking gorgeous, doesn't it? Do I have a map? I don't have a map. Well, at least not yet. I don't even have a mind place or a writer's room. Kieran Estevez is just a silly, regular person. Oh, look, there's a whole offside bit here. There's anything in here, is there? Well, you're fucking brave, Kieran. Going waist deep into water next to Cauldron Lake. I don't think there's anything over here. Oh well. So look at the lake, look at it. Just suspended above the trees. Beep.
Hello? Agent Kieran Estevez, Investigations Department. No one wants to check the individual carrying a firearm into a restricted government facility?
Yeah, that's good.
No?
Okay, that's all I've got. And let's do what I normally do. Move these around. Just because my ADHD and autism require me to.
Okay, well, this is definitely going in the report.
Hello, and welcome to another exciting day here at the Lake House. As I'm sure you know, I am Dr. Jules Marmont, and this is my wife,
Dr. Diana Marmont.
And together we are the heads of research at this facility. We want to thank you all for helping us break new ground in our study of Cauldron Lake.
That's right, Jules. But don't let our exciting work in threshold regulation and dimensional coupling keep you from observing the proper safety protocols.
You said it, Diana. We run a tight ship here at the Lake House. So, always remember the 3 S's. Safety, security, and censorship.
It's a C. It's a C.
Yeah, that is the joke, Diana.
Well, it's a stupid fuck.
Wonderful joke, Jules. We'll see you down there.
Yeah, that seems healthy.
You said it. I've got to do the typical control thing. What things are there to read? Urgent reminder, lake safety protocols. Please remember that the following recreational activities are forbidden in the waters of Cauldron Lake. These restrictions are applied to both civilian and FPC members. Fishing, redacted. Swimming, boating, applies to canoes, kayaks, motorized boats, etc. Using the water for blank purposes. Water skiing, blank in the water. Paddleboarding. These activities can result in redacted in an estimated redacted % of cases. If you are unclear about any of the restrictions listed above, please speak with redacted. Lovely, so glad they know how to keep us safe. State redacted. Security reports, RE local rumours. Background. A recent security operation was performed among the civilians of Bright Falls and Watery. The goal of this operation was to ascertain public knowledge and opinion of the lake house and its operations. Summary. The following information was gained through covert listening and informal questioning. The local public appears to view the area of the lake house with fear. This is, of course, the intended reaction, as the Bureau has publicly marked the area as dangerous due to volcanic gases. However, there is a specific rumour among the public regarding a government facility in the woods run by mad scientists taking people for experimentation. This rumour seems particularly popular among the local youth, and its proximity to the truth is cause for concern. Worst case outcome would be an increase in curiosity or possibly even aggression. It is possible this is even the reason for the lake house's security breach back in Redacted. Action to be taken. Security personnel will continue to monitor youth chatter. If the rumours continue, disseminating a cover story may be required, perhaps even fabricated signage for an American Volcano Commissions type institution. Once again, I feel like we need to ask the question, given how the lake works, could this be because people are curious and wondering why, or like spreading rumours that it's a government facility that's kidnapping people? Could that be the reason it's becoming true? Also, 6 little pen holders, all in a circle. Coffee cups all in a circle. I've got those fucking post-it notes from Control. Donut. A circle. Oh, and crumpled paper in a circle. Donuts in a circle of circles. Do not unplug 4. Hold on. No, there's no other one on here. On this desk is the circle. No, that TV has a secret to tell the other TV. What's that? Shoes! Shoes in a circle. There they are. Pins in a circle. Every single one of these has something in a circle. I'd like to point out, I don't know why, they just have shit in circles. From Ava Romani to FBC personnel. Status update RE, the oldest house. To all staff, on-site observation teams report that the oldest house is still under active lockdown. This is in 2023. Status of Director Trench, management team, and all other personnel inside the oldest house at this time of the lockdown initializations remain unknown. Yeah, because that's the thing. From any agent outside of the oldest house, all this time, still thinks Trench is the director, still thinks Darling's there, still think Marshall is still head of security. They don't know anything about what's happened, and it's been, 7 years? Observation teams have detected fluctuations in the blank field originating from the oldest house as of Redacted, increasing in strength as it loops through the specific pattern every Redacted hours. These readings are currently being analysed by research staff in the Boston office. Any personnel with information pertaining to this signal should contact them immediately. Sincerely, Ava Romani, a supervisory agent. Fluctuation in the field originating from the increases in strength as it loops through a specific pattern. I don't actually know what that is. Any circles on this desk? No. There's the one desk without circles on it. Oh look, it's the happy couple.
That's
Ooh,
handy.
Sweet. forgot. Oh god, I forgot the 4 sub-levels. Painting production, holding and observation, page development, research archives. Wait, what was that one on this floor? It's the lift, and then there's Dr. Marmont's office. Also, that's got a circle drawn on it.
An experiment. That bodes well.
Oh yeah. Experiment in progress. I like that it's on a whiteboard as well. Oh yeah, up here. The Marmonts, where are they? Experiment in progress? Probably downstairs. I like that. Like, she doesn't have a mind palace, she doesn't have a writer's room, she has this map and she writes her questions on it. I love Estevez. She's brilliant. Unless, hang on. Oh no. I wondered whether the cables were going to be the circle for this table. Is there really no circle on this table? There should be a circle on this table, shouldn't there? There's one on every other bloody table. Don't know. Oh, there's another circle. Pens. Oh, who's this?
Dr. Marmont's not here.
Jules.
Nobody
Oh, head of
is.
research.
I'll have to check downstairs.
Yeah. I will do that in a minute. Oh no, look at this. I'll find some way to his computer. Ooh. September 14th, 2023, Thursday. Science fact of the day. Though most famous for acting, Hedy Lamarr also invented in her free time. She patented a frequency hopping device for torpedo guidance systems at the age of 38. Okay, that's a bold number, which means it's going to be part of
They
the
must
thing.
all be working on the lower levels.
Yeah.
I'll need to head down.
Yeah, we'll do it in a minute. Elizabeth.
Changing passwords, huh?
Security and the Technical Support Division to all departments. Subject. Update to computer password reset policy. Effective September 13th, all computer passwords must be reset daily to address security concerns. We are aware that this may be an inconvenient change and lead to difficulty remembering your password. We recommend using a permanent set of digits as the beginning of the password, followed by numbers that change daily. Okay, so I'm going to assume that 38 is the number that changes daily because it's on a calendar. We just need to find a permanent set of digits as the beginning. Try using significant personal dates, coordinates, etc. Do not use birthdays, current date, phone number, etc. Please also remember that for the time being, passwords are not to exceed 6 digits. Thank you for your compliance. Okay, so it's something, 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 38. It'll be somewhere in here, right? Just that bit there. Oh no, there's something else over here. Who's got a fucking statue of himself? To my new fellow head of the lake house. Love, Diana. Yeah, they must have loved each other at some point in the past. You'd hope. Look at them. Look at how happy they look. Okay. On the recommendation of the facility, and by the virtue of the authority vested in them, the trustee of Barrows University have conferred on Jules Francois Marmont the degree of Doctor of Applied Science, and is entitled to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. William Devereux, Chairman of the Board of Trustees. Paul Jensen, Dean of Barrows University. Note of appointment from Dr. Caspar Darling, Head of Research. Dr. Jules Marmont, subject appointment as facility head. Oh, I just realised, no, what I said earlier about the area of the Alan Wake DLC control being the research department, it wasn't, it was investigations, because investigations went dark. I had it the wrong way around, my bad. The senior leadership of the Federal Bureau of Control have determined to appoint Dr. Jules Marmot as head of research at the facility at Cauldron Lake, Washington. The appointment will be shared with Diana Marmot, effective upon the facility's completion on July 18th. Zachariah Trench, Bureau Director, Casper Darling, Bureau Head of Research. So, that could either be 0718 or 1807. This exceptional contribution certificate is awarded to Jules Constable Marmot in grateful recognition of his outstanding contributions to the Bureau's scientific endeavors. Okay, so let's try 071838. 071838. Let's go. Oh, I needed to do this anyway. Good. Oh god, there's so many. Right, let's start from the beginning. Annual budget. From H. Kingston to Marmot and Marmot. Good morning. A friendly reminder that proposed annual budgets need to be sent out by the end of this month. Every station is being asked to give a thorough breakdown this year in an effort to find areas where spending can be reduced. Should I book a time for us to speak about this and make plans? All the best. Harry Kingston, Facility Administrator. From Diana to Kingston and Marmot. I am too busy to attend meetings. Just use the budget from last year. But make sure to specify that a specific percentage of the research budget is going towards Project Arbutus, so certain individuals won't be tempted to slow down their competition by stealing resources. From Jules to both of them. I apologize for the difficulty my wife is presenting, Harry. I believe she is suggesting that I would take her project's budget. An unfair and preposterous accusation, though I am confident you understand that. I would be happy to meet and discuss the annual budget. It is, of course, the head of research's job to oversee such work. Maybe Diana is no longer up to the task? Sincerely, Dr. Jules Marmot, co-head of research. Go fuck yourself, Jules. So does next Wednesday work? Page requests from P. Levine to Jules Marmot. Dr. Marmot, Project Arbutus has officially requested we return the pages. We aren't using them for any work on Project Ramnus, and they are shared research materials, so can I relate them back to Arbutus? Sincerely, Terry Levine, Senior Researcher. Security reminder from B. Lopez to staff. Hello, please remember to lock your computers before leaving your station for any amount of time. Changing your password daily does not improve our facility security if you leave your computer open. Thank you. Brian Lopez, IT Specialist. Did I read this one? I did not. Research Profile RE Subject P. Summary. Through extensive testing, the subject has been confirmed to possess an intrinsic paranatural ability that manifests exclusively during the act of painting. The paintings feature scenes or events he would have no knowledge of, even sometimes painting an event before it occurs. This effect has been proven multiple times and has an estimated 40 to 100% success rate. Note the lack of precision in this range is due to the team's inability to prove that the painting's content will not be realized at some point in the eventual future. Researchers asked to reiterate their hesitance to publish any concrete statement surrounding the subject and his ability at this time, as the nature of the paintings and their paranatural effect have been exponentially difficult to measure and quantify. Conclusion. The subject is suspected to be a Class 2 para-utilitarian, though additional testing will be required to confirm this. At this time, his ability is not believed to be a direct threat to himself or others and can be controlled. The nature of his ability is to show current or future events via his art, the art he creates, but the extent of this forecasting may not be determined by researchers with any high level of precision. Unlike the art created by Alan Wake, there is no evidence the subject's art is directly manipulating reality via the shadow's energies. That's yeah, they have an artist somewhere. Oh boy. I'm sure that can only go well. Replacement keycard request form. Please fill out the fields below before delivering the form to security. A new keycard will be issued to you once your request is processed. Name, Jules Marmot. Position, code of research. Required clearance, the highest one, I forget what it's called. Reason for replacement. My old card went missing. Indicate here if your card was stolen. How would I know if it's stolen or not? Stolen or is lost? Why do you not put microchips inside to follow them if you're so concerned with this? I'm the head of research, and I expect a new card on my desk by the end of the workday. Well, it's nice to know Jules is such a lovely boss, isn't it? Yeah. Ooh, the Lake House Daily. Good news. HQ is still dark. Pie was good. More pie for the rest of us. We have coffee. DFS this week. Oh, more pie for the rest of us because nut allergy bad. Bad news. HQ is still dark. Nut allergy bad. No armor beer. It's good. Tried it. The artist is illegible. Someone stole the black whiteboard marker. All vacation time is cancelled. Ooh. Yeah, that's the door I just unlocked. I didn't need it to go downstairs, but it should have some nice goodies in it. No doodling, but the Ramnus Daily stand-up. Ooh. That looks like Artie's cleaning that. Ooh,
This should come in handy.
Ah, I did need to come in here. Good. Oh, look at the cats. Look at the kids. Adorable. Dr. Marmot here to remind you to put in 100% effort today. He made his own fucking posters. Power core transport and handling techniques. I'm not reading that, that's way too small. The dangers of doodling. That is a very good point I never even considered. The reason why they don't want to be doodling on the whiteboards is because they're literally above Cauldron Lake. And if it counts as art, Cauldron Lake might do stuff with it. I'm going to look out the window quickly. Yeah, look. We are here. Cauldron Lake is right there. If you doodle on a whiteboard like in a bad way, the lake might bring it to life. Why does that... Hold on. Those are fingerprints. And those are fingerprints. Did someone try and prise these doors open? There's so many fingerprints on these walls. Ah, there's the map I could have grabbed if I didn't grab that one. Card one. Whoops.
As soon as I got in that elevator, my bad news detector started going nuts. Estevesta team, something's going on in the lake house. I want all nearby agents to... Oh, shit!
Agent Estevez, what's your status?
Breach detected on sublevel 5. Staff should seek shelter immediately.
We have a situation in the lake house. All agents converge on the facility now.
Oh god.
Belay that order. Shit. A threshold event had hit the lake house. Now it was the Marmont's problem. Our mission was outside.
Oh god, map updated. Keycard. Current keycard clearance. Access 1. Oh, clearance 1 even. Lake House AWE. Need to get sub-levels. Project Rounders, led by Dr. Marmot. Involves paintings. Paratotalitarian. Project Arbitus, led by Diana Marmot. Wake's manuscript page. Alan Wake involved. Where am I on the map? Okay, I'm right here.
To the elevator.
Yeah.
Where's the fucking elevator?
That was good comedic timing.
Okay. Priority 1, get the lights on. Standing around in the dark near Cauldron Lake, you're not smart?
God, all this. Oh, look at this. This area is panel control room. This is painting production. As you can tell, there's a lot of fucking paint here.
What the fuck was that?
Did you hear that? So much paint. I remember when I first played this, and I was just like, oh, hell yes. Just the idea of like, here is a DLC for Alan Wake, the story where art is brought to life. Oh look, it's all about painting. I was so happy. Research order. As the Lake House continues to make progress towards its goal, various avenues of research are being pursued. Recently, one such avenue has yielded unexpected results. The research into nursery rhymes, directed by Dr. and Dr. Marmot, led by Dr. Campbell, as an art form has shown viability in its ability to connect to the Cauldron Lake threshold. As a result, the nursery rhymes findings will now be carried forward by the co-heads of research and incorporated into ongoing research across the Lake House, effective immediately. Research teams will be briefed on how to utilize the effective elements of the nursery rhymes into their own works. No, Dr. Campbell and his team are being reassigned. They will continue to develop their work on nursery rhymes outside the Lake House. Any exposure risk related to performing confidential work outside of the facility's premises have been acknowledged and accepted by the co-heads of research. Not by Campbell, though. I noticed they say it's not been accepted and acknowledged by Dr. Campbell, who will be the one in danger. Signed, Dr. Diana Marmot, co-head of research, Dr. Jules Marmot, co-head of research. Threshold Linking Experiment Progress Report by Dr. Jules Marmot. The work to create a stable link between our reality and that of the Redacted continues. Progress is good, with all teams reporting high confidence that a successful connection will soon be possible. Recent efforts in utilizing the paintings produced by Subject P to adjust reality in such a way that achieves our goals were unsuccessful. However, this result allowed us to discard that avenue of research and focus solely on a much more viable one. Our new hypothesis states that the threshold's energies, and thus its reality-altering effects, are drawn to pieces of art that contain significant levels of emotion. This is supported by a clear trend in the data we have gathered over the years. If we can identify and quantify the emotion of an art piece, our work will speed up considerably. And I think we're starting to get a little nod at why I loved this DLC so much. If we can identify and quantify the emotion of an art piece, this is just like corporate, like art. The art itself doesn't matter. How do we utilize art for our gains? And I love how like pro art this DLC is. Anyway, work has already proceeded with an immediate focus on developing devices capable of measuring the levels of emotion in any given piece of art. For now, our research will continue to focus solely on the art produced by Subject P. While no pieces of his have yielded successful results outside of their assistance in discovering the blank pages, His proven status as a para-utilitarian makes his work the most suitable research material. Refer to file F2153821 for full report. Okay. Go through there in a second. Ooh. Quick save area. More bullets. Right? Here's flashbang and more bullets. Love this music. Nothing more around.
Dr. Darling.
Hi, darling. He's not saying much at the minute.
Okay, he doesn't do a damn thing without power.
Damn it. I was hoping that was the power. Okay. Just gotta keep going then. The area is so open. Flares.
Okay. Power core receiver.
Power
Plugging a
core.
core in should get the lights on.
I forgot how genuinely terrifying this DLC is. You know? Like, oh god. Like, Alan Wake is a game that is, like, really expertly toes the line between, like, horror and silly. Because you can have moments like the train, like the underground train station bit in Alan's story, and then you can have like the Herald of Darkness scene. I don't know, it's very close too. But then when the Night Springs DLC came out, that was mainly silly, with like little bits of horror here and there, but like mainly focusing on it being like a little bit silly, goofy.
That is not a regulation FBC weapon.
No, it isn't. Yeah,
Can't open it from the side.
But yeah, this DLC is almost solely horror, and I love it.
Jules's keycard could be useful.
What? What's that? Unfortunately, Judas' key card went missing last night. Such a huge shame. On a totally unrelated note, I now have a level 3 clearance card in my office, plus a lot of black rock. Been grinding the black rock down to a powder and stashing around in case any gets confiscated. Next step, weapons test using black rock powder. If successful, maybe send schematics to off-site teams. Could lead to a transfer out of this shithole. Need to think up more applications for black rock now that I have some. There was a researcher in the OH, in the oldest house, who had a ton of ideas of this. Wish I could remember their name. Oh god, who was it? Was it Emily? The like researcher in the oldest house who had a ton of ideas of how to use black rock. Yeah, because she was saying why not branch out? You can make like knives out of black rock or weapons out of black rock rather than just containers. Yeah, she's talking about Emily. Whoever this is from, it doesn't say. Yeah. Install power core. Pick up power core, align core with the receiving sockets, insert power core. Okay, good to know.
I wish they'd make these things lighter.
Yes. It's not as good when you don't have supernatural powers to lift it for you, is it?
The way I saw it, there was only one way out. Identify the source of the event and contain or eliminate it. Now, good news, I just had to keep going down. Bad news, the elevator liked to disappear.
This is terrifying without light. run? Oh, good. Yeah, because now
the elevator's back.
it's behind that canvas. I gotta go this way. Fuck is that? I say like I haven't played this already and I know exactly what those noises are. This area still scares the piss out of me. Wait a second, I want to check this. See what Darwin has to say.
First off, a huge thank you to everyone here. The Lake House has made amazing strides in researching the AWE here at Cauldron Lake. Great work, team. I wanted to come in person so I could check in on the latest work. I won't get in the way. It's not our view, so no reason to be scared. Did you hear that, Dr. Marmont? While I'm here, I want to focus on the relationship between the shadow and the AWE site below the lake. The theory that the shadow even originates from the dimension this threshold is tapping into is compelling. Eventually, I want to understand how this dimension manages to convert subjective elements like art into objective reality. What are the constraints of this phenomenon? Can it, say, create altered items or even objects of power simply by manifesting them via a piece of art? These are the things we need to know to accurately classify the shadow. I mean, that name is not very scientific. I mean, who came up with that? Shadow. So, any and all proposals are welcome. Anything testing art's effect on reality by using the shadow's energy is preferred. To find answers, we'll first need a lot of data. No wrong answers. And when I return to the oldest house, I'll take back anything we end up with to run against a classified project called Hedron to build a comparative data set. I wish I could tell you more. It's very, very exciting. Non-physical forces impacting. No, sorry, I really can't. It is. You know what? Maybe some of you can come visit. We'll have to get your clearance, of course, but if that would, maybe that can. You know what? I don't want to take the entire day talking. So, the shadow represents a whole new area of research, and I couldn't be more excited to start digging in. It is a great new world, people.
The Lake House's research went way beyond studying Cauldron Lake's threshold. Playing with paranatural forces, it never goes well, Saga. This is exactly why we lock up people like Wake.
Yeah. Shifting. There we go. Here's so many noises. Ooh. Let's see. Log views or changing it? Yeah, yep. Hi there. From Dr. Marmont to staff. Hello. To celebrate the arrival of fall, I've brought a variety of seasonal pies from that local diner you all seem to love so much. The members of Project Ramnus can come enjoy them in the lobby near my office. All other staff should visit the other Dr. Marmont's office to see if she brought pie. Jesus Christ, what a petty bastard Jules was. Also, despite the ridiculous dramatics of last year, I have purchased the delicious pecan-filled pies. Happy fall, Dr. Jules Marmont. Sensitive reminder from Kingston to staff. Hello. A gentle reminder that nut allergies are a serious health issue and making light of them is not appropriate workplace behaviour for anyone of any seniority level. Bringing nuts to an office is a health risk and should be avoided for everyone's safety. Thank you. Harry Kingston, Facility Administrator. Yeah, Jules is not a great guy, given, he said, the ridiculous dramatics of last year. Someone had a nut allergy, dickhead. Page quest from Marmont, from Jules to Levine. Perry, do not release any of those pages. Tell Diana and those fools in Project Arbitus that we misplaced them. An unfortunate filing accident. Tell them we are confident the pages will resurface in 2 or 3 weeks, but we are too busy making progress to look for them right now. Be sure you say that we are making progress, just as I wrote above. Regards, Dr. Jules Marmor, co-head of research. Oh boy. Attention all staff. This is from Jules to the staff. There is a significant amount of black rock missing from sub-level 5. I expect there is a misunderstanding and someone has taken it to another floor by mistake. If you did this, respond to this message and we will fix the problem. Black rock is a precious material. We only have so much of it now with the oldest house being closed. Let's know the inter-office problems are just cranked up to 11 in this place. Around that way now. Oh, sweet Jesus.
If you can understand me, I am an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control.
Yeah,
I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any action that can be perceived as hostile. It never fucking works.
Okay, there's so many. I know from experience, guns don't work against these things. So I just need to run.
What the fuck were those things?
Okay, let's get to the experiment in level 5. Well,
Access denied.
great.
Access denied.
Okay, deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look, you never really get used to the shit you see in this job, but you can learn techniques to adjust, to function. Take 6 deep breaths, then get to work. Find the source, collapse the threshold.
Mirror, please hold. Please hold.
Now where am I?
Hold. Please hold.
This is not an actual floor. Oh, good.
If you can understand me, I'm an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any action that can be perceived as hostile. Do you understand? Well, I'll be damned. So what kind of entity are you? You can speak. That means you've probably imprinted on a person or retained some of your former self's information. Previously human, maybe? Okay, I can work with that. I just had an unpleasant encounter with some other painted individuals. Any relation?
1,000 paintings used corrode.
What does that mean?
Paint no brush, a self-portrait.
Okay, hey, calm down.
Fire in his eyes and hands and bones.
You need to cease all hostility right now. Bad news. That thing is really pissed off. Good news. It didn't try to kill me. Okay, baby steps.
Yeah, at least that's something. Right, where do we want to go?
angry living paintings
go
are
down
not
the floor, I
typically on the Cauldron Lake bingo card. Something different was happening at the lake house, and I couldn't let it escape. Bright Falls didn't need this particular cherry on its already shitty sundae.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sublevel 3.
This isn't the floor I wanted.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'll just pick 2.
Fucking elevator.
Oh joy, which one's this? Page development. Oh joy. I'll say ATD output evaluation and grading. ATD. I assume that's the automatic typing device chamber in the ADT Chief Technician's office. Joy of joys. This place looks lovely. You going that way, yeah. What do we have here? Refinement process. RE ATD output and calibration. The automatic typing device, ATD, will produce writing mimicking that of Alan Wake, known para-utilitarian, with the goal of affecting reality with the same consistency as Mr. Wake's writing. To reach this level of authenticity, each page produced by the ATD must be evaluated and graded based on its similarity to Wake's original style. The pages can be graded using the following criteria. Number 1, comprehensibility. This is the most basic of criteria. The page must use language and develop stories in an understandable, organic way. 2, style. The page must accurately mimic the typing style of Wake's writing, using pages in the Lake House's possession as reference. 3, tone. The page must accurately mimic the typical tone of Wake's writing, using pages in the Lake House's possession as reference. Number 4, content. The page must accurately mimic the typical content of Wake's writing, using pages in the Lake House's possession as reference. Once pages are graded, they will be fed into the algorithm as preferred reference material, thus continuously refining the writing produced by the ATDs until they can produce near identical stories to Alan Wake. Once that is achieved, we will provide instructions to the ATD on what to write, effectively gaining control of Wake's ability to link the Shadow's power. So, that's what's in this DLC. They are trying to replicate Alan Wake's writing style using machines so that they can completely bypass the human element of his writing. In case it wasn't obvious, this DLC says fuck AI. Fuck generative AI art. It is not real art. I am also saying fuck generative AI. It is a bane on this fucking planet, and I cannot wait for the bubble to burst and it to go away for all eternity. But yeah, I love that they are genuinely doing this. Like this whole floor, we'll see in a second, this whole floor is literally just, we're going to use machines to remake the writing to try and get it to that. And that's not how art works. You can't use machines to replicate art and hope to get the same results as like the art itself. Unsurprisingly, I am very, very like into this subject as like an artist myself. For those who don't know, I'm an actor and like a writer. So having this DLC just be so unapologetically art is made by artists, not by machines. I love it so much. I'll listen to that in a second. Organizational update. Moving forward, research at the Lake House will be divided into 2 distinct projects. Project X-10032AW, codename Arbitus, will focus on studying the writings of blank, with Dr. Diana Marmont serving as project director. Is that writings of Alan Wake, I guess? Project C43210 RL, codename Ramnus, will focus on studying blank, redacted, and his work with Dr. Jules Marmont serving as project director. Staff will soon be notified regarding their project assignments and any required desk changes. Your patience is requested during this reorganization. This is a confidential facility matter and is not to be discussed with external teams or agents. If you have any questions, please contact me directly. Signed, Harry Kingston, Facility Administrator. Oh boy.
September 12, 2023. Notes regarding a page of an Alan Wake manuscript I found in the archives. I checked the records, and this page is not in our inventory. I believe it manifested inside the lake house directly. I won't be filing this page. It'll just send Jules into a panic. The page is written in Wake's usual style, so I can't say for certain if it's being literal or figurative when it calls us monsters. But what's interesting is that the page indicates that a painting succeeded in linking Cauldron Lake's threshold with our facility. Writing has always been the clearly superior avenue of research, but I never considered that the writing itself would dictate a different art form as the catalyst for our success. I cannot accept that. I can't allow Jules to stumble his way into success. Not after the years of work I put into this research. I got word yesterday that 2 writers are visiting Bright Falls. I will beat Jules to the finish line.
Lovely.
September 12, 2023.
This is the same one?
Notes regarding a page of an Alan Wake manuscript I found in the archives. I checked the records, and this page is not in our inventory. I believe it manifested inside the lake house directly.
Excuse me. Yeah, here's that.
Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats. Cooperation led to respect. Connection. Then after a decade of hard work, the happy couple were promoted. Co-heads of research. Their first years at the lake house were good. Challenging, but not insurmountable. Not for them. Gradually, thoughts fell into their heads like drops of dark water. Why does she get all the credit? Why does he get any credit? With that, a crack formed in the lake house. The Marmonts and their work became arrogant, erratic. The crack widened and the water seeped in.
Excuse me. So again, I have to ask the question when we see pages like this. Were the Marmonts always going to fall apart the way they did? Or did Alan write that into existence in his story? How much control does Alan have over things that are going to happen? Anyway. Words per sentence. Max 12, minimum 1, average 3.71. Is co-heads 2 word or 1 word or 2? Which one had 1 word in it? Did it? Hold on, no, I want to go back.
Diana and Jules Marmont had once
Alan,
been
we
a
heard
team.
you. It said
Rising
minimum words per
stars in
sentence
the
is
Bureau,
1.
both talented in their own way.
I want to see which sentence is
Diana
what.
innovated
Connection.
and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats. Cooperation led to
Style.
respect.
Contains dialogue,
Connection.
flipped phrasing,
Then after a
third
decade
person,
of hard work,
omniscient,
the happy
broad
couple were
timeline.
promoted.
Story concept,
Co-heads of
Marmont,
research.
Diana
Their
and Jules,
first years at the lake house were
FBC
good.
Lake House, conflict,
Challenging,
water,
but not
dark.
insurmountable.
I won't worry about that.
Rudolph Lane stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece. Did he paint this? His mind was foggy, unfocused. He knew the Marmonts were putting something in his food. A man in a white coat came to steer Lane back to his cell. He did not resist. He was too tired. He lay on the bed, but the stench in his cell wouldn't let him sleep. An acid stink. The turpentine, the paint, it was all over him. Years of it. 1,000 paintings. 1,000 more to come. A putrid weight he could never wash away. Cold hate simmered below the mist clogging his thoughts. Hatred for the paint. Hatred for the brushes. For the Mormonts. For himself.
Oh boy. Yeah, for those who don't remember, Rudolph Lane was the guy we met in Alan Wake 1. He was, when we go to Hartman's, like, lodge, and meet up all the other, like, artists and stuff, he was on the balcony painting Cauldron Lake. So he was all the way back then. And apparently, the Marmonts, he's the artist that the Marmonts have imprisoned in this facility. And given that we are now dealing, or at least in the upper floor, we were dealing with paint-based enemies. Yikes. Words per sentence, 15, 1, 3.4. Style, character-centric, Lane. Past tense, flipped phrasing, higher adjective usage, focused timeline. Story concept, Rudolph Lane. Paint, odor, Marmonts, hate/conflict. Ooh. Ooh. Hi, Diana.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. There was a crack in the lake house.
Okay.
The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped.
I do love that
stagnant,
sentence.
Went bad. The truth was controlled here.
The art was not art, just content for the experiment. That's basically what this whole DLC boils down to. That they're trying to recreate art by scientific means, and that's not art.
The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not
flow. A lot of numbers.
It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment.
Project Arbitus. Initial findings report R.E. Edward Franklin Booker. Oh, he's one of the dudes we met at the beginning of the game. Born in New York, New York. Currently resides in New York, New York. Married to Tamitha Booker. No known children or dependents. No paracriminal affiliations found. Located in Bright Falls, Washington, as of the 9th of the 10th, 2023. Or is it the 10th and 9th? I'm too British for this. Writer and director of 5 stage plays unsuccessful. Confirmed artist, designation author, playwright. Disclaimer. Background investigation performed in a very short amount of time per instruction. As a result, the information contained in this report was not comprehensive and possibly erroneous.
Just content for the experiment.
Project Arbitus, initial findings, Tamitha Madison Booker, born in Atlanta, Georgia. I assume that's Georgia. Currently residing in New York, New York. Married to Edward Franklin Booker, no known children or dependents. No paracriminal affiliations found. Located in Bright Falls, WA, as of 9/10/2023. Author of 3 commercially successful true crime books. First publication was a poetry collection, unsuccessful. Confirmed artist, designation, author, poet. Disclaimer. Background investigation performed in a very short amount of time per instructions. As a result, the information contained in this report is not comprehensive and possibly erroneous. Diana, shut the fuck up.
But the water could not flow.
We've been listening to you. We get it. Have a look at the map. Ooh, okay. I'll get through there. Is how I get the level 3. I check. Okay, that's power core receiver and stuff. I didn't know whether this would show any boxes or stuff I haven't opened yet. Oh, there's so much stuff on the side now. Connection to hostile, say, living painting, altered entity, transformed person. Connection to hostile painted entities, Rudolph Lane. What are they researching? Using art in experiments. AWE. Elevator moved, unidentified hostile enemies. Showing that little corridor we went into with the painting on it. Okay, nothing else yet.
The water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, like that.
I do love that image as well. But like, because the dark places waters, like, have an effect on art and stuff like that. Having it be that the water couldn't flow in here, so it became trapped and stagnant, is a really cool way of like imagining like writer's block or like artistic burnout. The water is here, but it's stagnant and it can't flow naturally. The artists can't make art if they're being forced or they're being held in one place to do it. Right. Well, guess I'm going this way. Oh, look at this.
Typewriters. Please don't let this be what I think it is. As you know by now, typewriters and Cauldron Lake do not mix. And a room full of them all clacking away? 100% bad news.
Yeah, this is terrible. Like trying to feed pages into an algorithm to just make this. Not a good idea. I've already done anything else. Oh, I missed a box. I gotta go get the goodies. There you are. Oh, and it doesn't have anything in it. God damn it. Let's have a look around here. I assume just those two X'd out ones I can't get into yet. Or at all. Production archive. Flashbang. Do not copy Wake's manuscripts. I hate that you have to say that to FBC personnel in this place. Like, who the fuck sits there and goes, yeah, given what we're doing here, where we're doing it, whose pages we're doing it to, photocopying his pages sounds like a really fucking good idea. Anyway. Progress report. RE typewriter brand investigation. Investigation into the precise brand and model of typewriter used by Alan Wake, with the intent of to use this particular brand for blank, for redacted, and the ATDs, continues to be unsuccessful. Sources contacted with discretion. Wake's publishing house, results, no useful information. Wake's agent, which I believe is Barry, refused to discuss client matters. Wake's spouse, which is Alice, refused to discuss. Redacted, no useful information. Checked all available online interviews, publications, elements pertaining to Alan Wake, no useful information. The relevant team will continue to explore alternate sources of information. The ATDs will continue to be operated with the available typewriters until Wake's preferred brand is known. Theoretically, replicating Alan Wake's style of writing via the same brand of typewriter used by the author should yield optimal results. The project director has indicated that a similar investigation should be launched into the brand and type of ink used in Alan's typewriters. Jesus Christ, man. like I say, as an artist, this kind of like storytelling where it's just like, yeah, look at all of these corporate like machines trying to replicate one man's art by like trying to find every little detail of how he makes his art and trying to just replicate it rather than make their own thing. I need level 2 again. Like I said, I love how unapologetically anti-AI and anti-like corporate, I guess the word is, this DLC is. It's just so pro-artist. And I love that. Research notes, RE, content of Wake's manuscript. We have begun to find pages from the manuscript, very likely written by Alan Wake, para-utilitarian and suspected in past cases involving the Cauldron Lake AWE. Though I do not like to bring myself or my bias into my work, I must do so here to address the matters being examined. As referenced, for any future readers, I am Dr. Diana Marmont, co-head of research at the Lake House facility. The page we recently found summarizes my life with Jules Marmont, husband and co-researcher. It has turned us into characters for its story, making generalizations and assumptions that I must attempt to evaluate without emotion or prejudice. The accuracy of the writing is intriguing. It reports our past in the Bureau, but also details inner thoughts that an outside reporter would have no way of knowing. Jules and I have indeed been having more and more interpersonal conflict this past year. This raises many questions. How does Wake, wherever he is writing this from, get his information? Or was the page itself determining these emotions and events? I cannot believe that the scope of Wake's ability goes so far as to have dictated my entire career at the FBC. If it did, would it matter? Even if a person knew their life was being driven by an external force, would it change their nature, their behavior, their personality? My disagreement with Jules are not sudden shifts in my personality, but rather a growing resentment. I firmly believe that, though I have no evidence to prove it. Which brings me to a new research query for our team. What methodology can one use to prove that their actions, their mind, their love or animosity are theirs to control? Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been saying, isn't it? It's like, how much power does Alan have when he writes?
March 7th, 2018. Notes regarding Dr. Emil Hartman, founder of the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he manipulated artists in an attempt to control the power of the Shadow. I've gone through his notes, which were confiscated by the Bureau after his arrest in 2010. Overall, Hartman's work was sloppy. Complete disregard for proper scientific method. But he was bold enough to try something we haven't. Our procedural writing machines are promising, but we could understand the effects of Cauldron Lake's threshold much better by observing live artists in action. Thanks to Hartman, we even have a list of prospects. Next step is to send Dr. Darling a request to bring some into the lake house for analysis.
Never a good sign when the scientists are taking notes from Dr. Emil fucking Hartman. Love it too security. Well, looks like I'm coming back down here at some point. Through these doors and go about our day. Where's this door lead actually? Oh. There isn't a door here, apparently. Oh joy. Joy of joys. Art is for analysis, not for admiration. Stay focused on your work. can't read that one. Oh. This is just
Shit.
back at the beginning. But with a lot of our dead
I can
friends.
never say no to extra firepower.
Ooh. Oh, well, this guy don't have that much. God.
Huh. Back where I started. Spatial
Try to see if I look
recurrence
back and see that differently.
usually observes the law of 3.
See through the spatial occurrence.
Rudolph Lane stood back.
Yeah, this is all just the same thing. If I remember correctly, this
contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance. Cause and effect hopelessly tangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed, the feedback loop doubled and redoubled, out of control. The pressure kept building, looking for release. This contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting.
they really like their donuts here, don't they? Only the healthiest snacks for the FBC personnel. Never say no to shotgun shells. Another good thing. And where? Assume just keep going. The fact that it's given me a new gun. Yeah. God, that's gorgeous.
Shadow was here. Good thing I brought a flashlight.
Why, you bastard? Fuck it. Hit it. Jesus! Oh, remove that poor woman's face. Damn it. That's what it can do. Oh, will you fucking die? Thank you. God. How do you think a dark shield back so quickly? Fucking hell, man.
Some staff down there had been corrupted. Shit just kept getting worse.
Ooh. I don't know that one. Spot weapons. I saw, yeah, him. No bullets, please. Any more in this place? Let's go around this side a look. Yeah, they're on it. They're very good. Leave that ammo right now. But the sound of the typewriter is just going and going. Yeah. Here. Oh. Something everywhere. Well, if it's rules of 3, this should be the last time I have to come through it.
Loop 3. Should be the last one.
Yeah. Fingers crossed, eh?
I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly awake. It's like he's warning us. But about what? I mean, what does it mean? This page scared Jules away from the work on Wake's writing. The coward can't stand risk. But science is risk. For me, this is proof that we are going in the right direction. I just need Rudolph Lane's paintings to lead to more pages so that hopefully one day we can understand. I keep coming back to this page.
Okay.
The author's clearly awake. It's like he's warning us.
Oh, thank
But
God.
about what?
Or
I mean,
healing.
what does it mean?
This is all still the same, isn't it? Yeah.
This page scared Jules away from the work on Wake's writing.
Hang on, I saw that. And also empty. Great. Oh boy.
What is that?
Oh. Oh. Now the back of the wall's different. Jeez, how far? How far? Like, I'm off the map. How many typewriters are there? Good lord. Level 1 security. See that? That's attached to a light. This light. And that. Before I do that. Yeah, I can't turn that one on because the cable's going here.
Ugh, locked.
Can't open
Maybe
that
there's
door.
another way in.
Let's turn this.
Huh. Controllable shifting phenomena.
Opens the way. through here. Oh.
Won't open without power.
Oh yeah, I need power first. I need to bring power to that. But just quickly, so I've done it. Open this door. Go collect this. Nothing else I need to pick up? I don't think so. I hate how dark it gets here. Jesus. Ooh. Oh yeah, I remember now. Because we turned the power off that emptied this entire area, it severed that. So what we need to do is grab this one, take it back to the first one, so that we can reconnect these two cables and bring power to that switch we saw outside. Yeah, because if we do this now, those cables are reattached. Which means this light switch now should work. Perfect. Let's go see our boy again. Our little painting boy.
You again. What happened to you? Did the people here do this to you?
Marmon's clogging his head.
Alan Wake's writing is being studied here. Do you know anything about him?
Names don't matter. 1,000 more to come.
They say clear communication is the key to any relationship. You and I have some work to do there. You said Marmonts before. Do they do this? Where are they now?
Misery, hate.
Tell me where they are. Christ.
Oh boy.
It's fixated on the Marmonts. What did they do?
Hold on. Oh, I thought it was a corner here. My bad. Okay, so that was sub-level 3. Let's go to 2. See what's there.
A threshold is the connection between a foreign reality and our own. Now, they all have their own rules, strange as they are, but the further down I went, the more chaotic this one got. Clearly, this was the Cauldron Lake threshold, but something was wrong. Well, more wrong than usual.
Sublevel 2.
Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
Lovely.
Level-wide lockdown in effect.
Holding an observation.
Please remain calm.
Oh boy. Darkness, people. Before I go in here, I'm going to run to the loo and have a little bit of a break. I'll be back in a second. Bye. Hello, I'm back. Just give me 1 second to check some stuff out. There we go. Alright. Let's carry on. God, there's so many people in here. Where am I now? Holding an observation.
Won't open while the floor's on lockdown.
Yeah, I remember that. All these people just through here while the floors are knocked down. Ooh, what are the toilets? Oh, I see the toilets are up. Nothing in them, though. You can't do shit to me yet. I'll look in a second if I look around first. Wait, nothing in either of those. Okay, I can't see it. That needs level 3. Which I get from the gun room upstairs, if I remember correctly. Whoa. That's a lot. Retrieval order. Acquisitions team is hereby approved to acquire additional research subjects for ongoing study related to Project Arbitus at the Lake House facility. Prioritize outcomes as ordered below. 1. Both subjects brought to the Lake House for study. 2. Amatha Booker. Her work is more commercially successful, thus more likely to yield results based on proven cases. 3. Edward Booker. Less successful than Tamtha, but theatre is more widely recognised as art than true crime novels. Observe the subjects at a distance and only move to acquire if the opportunity arises. Under no circumstances can this operation draw the attention of local law enforcement. Signed, Dr. Diana Marmont, co-head of research. Jeez.
Finally,
There
someone
he is.
who isn't a painting. Hey, hello. Who are you?
Sorry, got a flow going. Can we do this later?
No, we cannot. I'm Agent Kieran Estevez. I'm with the government, and I need your name.
I'm Ed Booker, the playwright. And I'm hitting my stride here, so can you guys stop with all that banging and screaming? It's throwing me off.
Where do you think you are right now?
In an immersive writing workshop.
Well, bad news, it's not a writing workshop. Good news, it's not a writing workshop.
Right. It's a government facility studying the power of creativity. That makes way more sense.
Look around you. How is this a workshop?
You have to stay in character. I get that. I'm in the theater business too. And look, the sets, the costumes, all great in that, campy, 70s sci-fi kind of way. But you could dial down the role-playing like 15, 20%. Just some professional advice.
What are you even doing? What are you writing?
Well, after you all abducted me in the woods, I've been working on this manuscript you gave me because you need it for some experiment or something. I kind of forget the premise. But, I've had this block lately, and filling in the gaps of this story has really loosened me up. Copying the style is a nice constraint, but I still have lots of room to play. It's a solid creative exercise.
Sir, whether you are aware of it or not, there is a situation here. I need you to stay in your cell until I can resolve the matter, okay?
Uh-huh, got it. Hey, no one's been around with food for a while. I could go for some dinner when you have a second. Oh, and can I get my phone back? I want to call my wife. I don't know how Tammy found you guys, but she killed it. 5 stars all around.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Yeah, so if you remember in the main story of Alan Wake 2, obviously these, Ed...
Which means the flashlight is the power of the artist. Sheer creativity tearing through the shadowy cloak of corporate cookie-cutter bullshit. Kill a metaphor. This is good stuff.
Yeah, if you remember in the main story, Ed and Tammy were the two that found Nightingale in the woods getting killed by the cult of the tree. But then halfway through the story, Ed did just vanish. And we had no idea where he went. Here he is. He was kidnapped by the FBC. Anyway. In his review, Booker's writing. The first piece of content produced by the subject is severely disappointing. It is not remotely similar in content to the Wake pages we provided as reference. Why is it so focused on my marriage? Why is Jules the protagonist? Why is it set in an actual lakeside cabin? And what is happening at the end? What the hell is in the sky? Did anyone brief Booker about the concept he has to write about? The lake house? The shadow? We need him to match Wake's style exactly. It's not going to work if he has no clue what he's writing about. We need to get this sorted. We need progress now. And why isn't he taking this seriously? When I spoke to him, he thought I was an actor. I want him to understand how serious we are, whatever it takes. Continue the story from page ID AW002. Match the tone, style, and contents of AW002 as closely as possible. And this is the page that Ed wrote. The crack was an emotional one. A line right through their marriage, their foundation, their lake house. These thoughts and more flooded Jules' mind as he stared out through the lakeside cottage windows. The sun was setting on a stormy day. Rain-heavy clouds hung low, weighed down with the burden of purpose. Diana sat in her favourite deck chair, staring out across the lake's rippling surface. He watched the breeze catch her acorn hair as if sensing his gaze. She turned her head. Jules looked away, flustered, then annoyed at himself for letting her affect him this way. He grabbed the bottle of red wine, poured himself a generous serving. And he kept pouring, his mind distracted by a thought. How did we get here? They had been at the lab, running an experiment. Then they were here. Why? He remembered thinking that a break from the lab would give them space to reconnect, mend the crack. But he couldn't remember ever leaving. Wine was flowing over the rim of his cup, though he didn't even notice. He put down the bottle, scanning the lakeside. A faint shimmer hung in the air on the far side of the lake, like light hitting glass. The sort of thing you only notice if you were looking for it. He felt like he'd seen it something like this before, but where? Jules! Diana's cry snapped Jules back into the present. She was staring up at the sky in panic. A deep shadow crept across the lake. Jules ran to the door, to his wife. My God, Ed. I forgot about this. I love this. Like, the person in charge of IT security was like, hey, I know it's difficult, right, remembering passwords every day, but please, we need to do this for security, and don't leave your computer open so anyone can just get in there without you needing a password. And so far, we unlocked the one computer in Jules' office, which obviously he's the head, of course he'd do that. Then we had that one computer in the painting production floor, which was just unlocked. We didn't need a password to open it or anything. And here, they've post-it noted the password 123456 on the side of the computer And that's not even to mention the fact that their password's fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I love just the bits of storytelling you get here. Like, they did the whole, oh, we need to secure our passwords, blah, 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 blah. But no one fucking listened. No one in this entire place gave a shit about internet security. It's so good. Anyway, please remember to lock your computer before leaving your station for any amount of time. Changing your password daily does not improve our facility security if you leave your computers open. Still reminder that allergies, health issues, light of. Yep, the Pi Day one. The missing BlackRock. Holy shit. From Jay Watson to O. Craig. Jules just sent out a memo asking us to spy on his wife's project. Remember when we just made fun of his stupid project names and the science factoids? Simpler times. You really did that? Diana is going to slit his throat if she finds out. Those two are such a hot mess. I got drinks with Perry last night, and he told me Jules is withholding Wake's pages from Diana's team. He told her they went missing. Crazy shit. All the mentioned you two were thinking about asking for a transfer. You really leave me here all alone? We can have weekly gossip calls, promise. My god. It is interesting that, like, everyone sees the shit those two are doing it, no one really takes it seriously, they're just like, God, those two. Right, let's have a look at this shit. Was that? That's so many bloody footprints. Is there anything to read here? There is. Before I do that. Art, writing, painting, music, poetry's crossed out rhymes. Art. Oh, this is stuff that's definitely art, stuff that might be art, and stuff that's definitely not art. So not art is baking, knitting, speaking, rock stacking, but bullshit charts like this. What about cooking? Sewing, graffiti. Someone didn't know how to spell graffiti. That's hilarious. What about Night Springs? Art, question mark, dancing, movies, TV, theatre, puppets, martial arts, mental. Right. Work order. Wall removal and transport. Location sublevel 2, Lane's cell. This is Rudolph Lane's cell. Ordered by Marmont Jules, co-head of research. Work required. A section of the cell's southern wall needs to be removed for transport to sublevel 5 for analysis. Urgency high. Tools required. It is not my job to know which tools you use to cut concrete walls. It is your job. Additional details. Important. The wall must be removed very carefully. The painting on the interior side of the wall must not be damaged.
I wonder what happened here.
Yeah. Is that one of Wake's pages? Well, Rudolph did some kind of art on this wall that resulted in a lot of blood, or maybe the blood was here beforehand. Jules really wanted to take it somewhere.
Jules Marmont looked at the painting. He didn't understand it. Saw only random whirls of color. Drugging Lane made him more compliant, but his work had turned abstract. Jules needed more art his team could parse, could test, trial and error. These abstract explosions of color complicated the data. His grip tightened around the letter opener in his hand. The piece of art he needed was hidden inside Lane. If Jules could simply cut the painter open and pull the painting out of him, he would. The overhead lights flickered. Jules would make Lane cooperate. No more drugs. Less carrot, more stick. Jules had to go faster. He wouldn't lose to Diana. Nothing else mattered.
Jesus. I forgot how dark this DLC goes. Like, that's insane. On map updates. Project Ramnus. Subject condition report redacted. Background information. Rudolph Lane, subject P, has shown a decline in redacted over the past several months. Initially, this redacted presented as an increase in resistance, frequently declining requests to work. However, given time and pressure, subject would always relent. Subject's attitude towards art has also undergone a change recently. He is disinterested in his work, quickly becoming frustrated, and sometimes even damaging or destroying the piece before it is completed. In the past few months, his work has become much more abstract, no longer showing true-to-life subjects or landscapes, but rather conceptual art that is much harder to define or categorize. Whether this sudden interest in abstraction was a form of rebellion, a consequence of growing redacted, or source of genuine artistic interest is unknown. Current situation. As of yesterday, subject refuses to touch his supplies. He claims he will not paint anymore and wishes to leave. The subject's refusal has effectively halted all research. While the team can continue to run tests on the backlog of paintings, they estimate that there is little new information to gain. The subject must continue to paint if work is to proceed. However, the team is concerned that convincing the subject with force or coercion may only entrench him further in his position. Action to be taken. Dr. Jules Marmont, co-head of research and project lead, has suggested that a high dose of redacted be introduced to the subject's food to cure his redacted. If the subject's attitude does not improve, then low doses of redacted will be introduced in order to improve his compliance.
I can't paint anymore. I know you want me to paint, but I can't. I'm empty.
Rudolph, no. You love to paint. And you are such a talent. This is just the classic artist slump.
No. No, I hate it. It's just taking from me now. When can I leave? You said you'd let me leave.
Ah, Rudolph, but you volunteered to come, remember? We are helping you, like Dr. Hartman did. Perhaps you need to see our doctor? I can arrange that.
No, that's... I am feeling better. Much better. I will paint.
Ah, this is wonderful to hear, Rudolph. I knew you would come back to your old self.
Jesus Christ, man. Like I said, I forgot how genuinely dark and depressing this DLC can get. What they were doing to Rudolph, what they're doing to Ed, it's fucking horrible, man.
Hope that glass is thick.
Oh, that's just back in here, man. You ready, mate? I'm going to assume I can't get in. Nope. Yeah, let's go down here and unlock this. Oh, I remember this. Hello. Hello. First time I played this game, that scared the piss out of me. Yeah, vandalized text, 0% effort today. Yeah, first time I ever played this, I was looking at that going like, oh, look at this cool little, oh shit. Lovely. First one to go where I want to go. I lied, this area straight up doesn't go where I want to go. Oh no, he never got his. She never got her pistachios. Poor thing. Is that one of my team? That looks like it. This 2-3. Oh, good. check first. There's a box there, actually, that's got some goodies in it for me. No. Let's have a look here. Another box filled with goodies for me. No goodies. Nothing for me. Sad time. Yeah, I think I remember what this bit is. Jesus. Something went through there. Can't do anything with that yet. There it is.
A higher access card.
Level 2.
Sorry, but I need this.
Uh-oh. Oh dear. Okay, another password.
How many paintings did they have this guy make?
Catalogue of Rudolph Lane Productions. From painting session on Redacted. ID RL342. Designation black circular shape amongst yellow lines. Description: an uneven circle painted in dark black in the foreground with jagged yellow/brown mustard lines behind it. Lines sometimes overlap with each other and or bleed into the black circle. Lone tree at night. A dark green tree, pine, standing in a dark landscape, presumably night. Empty road in forest. A dark grey streak across a dark green landscape, presumably a forest at night. The grey streak is likely to be a road due to its location, colour, and the way its width reduces in lines with the perspective. Note: a small white shape on the road could be a page of writing by Alan Wake. Relevant teams have been informed and are searching for this site now to attempt page retrieval. Yellow crescent shape on black canvas. A curved yellow shape in a rough crescent shape painted onto an otherwise empty canvas, possibly a crescent moon or banana, unfinished piece. Red, yellow, and green circle. 3 uneven circles, one red, one yellow, and one green, roughly arranged in a vertical line. Background is black-grey with dark red streaks along the border of the canvas, possibly a traffic light. That's interesting, because there is a traffic light object of power we had to grab in the oldest house. Cityscape with blue-grey sky. Grey vertical shapes, likely the skyline of a city, in the bottom third of the canvas with a vivid blue-grey sky. Geometric shapes painted in thin white lines can barely be made out amongst the colours of the sky. Black void. A deep black void covering the entire canvas, with a few small specks of dark or light grey able to be seen on close inspection. Large variety of black spirals. A large number of rough spirals painted in black, ranging in size from that of a quarter to that of a basketball. Though the canvas appears quite covered, it is blank aside from the spirals. Brown shape with horns. A brown shape vaguely triangular, with what is presumably horns extending from the shape. Likely an animal head, possibly a deer or elk, black background. Interesting. Well, that's half of the answer to something. Let's have a look what's in here. Oh, hello. Yeah. Bring this out. I'll worry about that in a second. God, that's like, did I just put that blood on there? I made that reservation for our anniversary, which I certainly never forgot was a week from this Friday. Let's take separate cars from the office. Can't have the bosses see us leaving together now that those hypocrites have banned inter-office relationships. Have a good day. Okay. A week from this Friday. It is the 14th of the 9th. Seems to be nothing over here. Nothing in this suitcase. That looks interestingly placed. Okay, so he said the week from this Friday, which was... If today is the 14th of the 9th, then this Friday and a week from... So it's the 14th, Friday is the 15th, so a week from this Friday is the 22nd of September. So, 22nd of September, what was this? 2023, September. From Security and Technical Support Division to all departments, update the computer's password for this. Effective September 13th, all computer passwords. Yeah, this is another one. Do not use birthdays, the current date, phone numbers, etc. So what did this person use? Their anniversary. Fucking... It's amazing that the Lighthouse got anything done. There's just idiots running around it. So if there's something that's changed daily, it might not be this one then. Yeah, this date might be the one that stays the same. Unless the fact that 2023 is in bold, I'm slightly worried that one of the numbers they chose was the fucking year. Let's have a look at the computer. Right. Trisha update. P. Greenberg to Waterton. I just found out what happened to Trisha. Jules fucking fired her. I knew it. She was way too vocal in last week's all-hands meeting. She had a valid concerns. The man's a tyrant. Speaking about safety is no reason to fire someone. Worry. Trisha's not the one with the nut allergy, is she? Because that would be fucked. Can you believe this new password policy? What security concerns are they even talking about? We're a fenced-off government bunker in the middle of nowhere. I think they're getting paranoid. Anyway, I set the security terminal's new password like the memo suggested. Our anniversary is the base number, then black void. Yeah, the moms are losing it. Big surprise. I bet Diana set Jules' background to a big old turd or something. Once again, making their shitty marriage everyone else's problem. The password you set didn't work. Black void is 44, right? From the list of Lane's paintings. I need to get it in, or this is going to be a total waste of a Wednesday. 44 is right, yeah? So I guess you're telling me you don't know when our anniversary is. Well, good luck with that. Today's password is the date of our special unforgettable anniversary plus brown shape with horns. Love you. I maintain that seeing a movie together does not begin a relationship. I maintain that seeing a movie together does not begin a relationship. Okay, so it's special unforgettable wedding anniversary plus brown shape with horns. Okay, don't turn the fucking light off, Jesus Christ. Okay, so I'm going to say 2223. Brown shape with horns. 22, 23, 25.
Come on.
Bollocks. Okay, so he said a week from Friday, which was the 14th. I've got to go back and look. Definitely 25 at the end. This said, I made that reservation for our anniversary, which I certainly never forgot was a week from this Friday. 14th of the 9th. Yeah, 14th is a Thursday. That will be the 22nd. Oh, maybe it's September, so it would be 09/22. Hold on. 09/22/25. Yes.
There.
Deactivate lockdown. This was undoubtedly
You are now safe to
a
resume
bad idea.
working.
Okay, before any of them come in here. Oh.
Facility. Sub-level 1. You copy?
No, turn back. Area is extremely hostile. Fucking radios.
Oh.
They're on floor 1. I'll need help.
Yeah, I'll come back up there in a second. Let me just... Okay, student concerns. From Howard to Kingston. Hello, Mr. Kingston. I'm writing because I have a serious concern about safety protocols being disregarded across the facility. I've collected a list of violations that I've personally observed. I can send this to you. My opinion on the matter is that both Dr. and Dr. Marmor are driving this facility into progressively more reckless behavior. Good day. Trisha Howard. Oh, this is how she got kicked out then. From Kingston to Howard. Thank you. Hello, Miss Howard. Thank you for sharing your opinion. All facility operations and safety measures are under the purview of the heads of research. If you have a complaint, please file it directly to them or contact the Bureau's acting management team in Dallas. Mr. Kingston, I thought we reported to the acting management team in Kansas. I've reached out to them about the issue multiple times and gotten no response. Even if they did respond, we all know they don't have the staff to investigate every internal issue after the oldest house went into lockdown. I believe the Marmots are knowingly using this state of chaos to their advantage. Our treatment of research subjects is a clear violation of the Ash Act. These are punishable offences. If you do not open an internal investigation, then I will resign. We know how that went down. Although I guess it was good news for her, because that means that Trisha wasn't in here when this shit happened. I've got to fight my way through a lot of very upset people. Four fucking shots each. Okay. See if I'm good. Oh. I don't think their AI is allowing them to be in here. But you know, good news for me. Hello. Into the door. There's a fucking door. Okay. That used up so much ammo. Fingers crossed I can find some more in this place. fuck is that? Oh, is this like... Yeah, it's a darkness shield. Quick look around here to make sure there's no... Ooh, doors. Please have ammo. More shotgun shells. Yeah, let's just get full health again. Let's have a look at this. The ATD progress review. Too much overlap between tone and style. Merge? Progress review. Word choice good, but incomprehensible. So let's see what the first was from the automated writing machines. Dark, 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 trees, 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 pond, 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 shade, 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 dim, 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 crow, 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 dark, 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 woods, 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 shade, 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 drab, 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 flashlight, 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 scream, 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 scream. Breathing, 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 leg, 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 blood, 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 blood. Grade, comprehensibility F, style F, tone D, content D. Okay, on to the next one. Structural improvement, repetition issue was solved with sufficient rounds of refinement. Dark, screamed the darkness, a dark reminder of the dark's inner darkness, a well of darkness, a vortex, like black paint, darker and darker, and darker, so dark the darkness could hardly see. A dark figure emerged from the darkness, facing the darkness with the dark intent. A dark knife glinted in the dark, darkly, dark like the dark eyes of a dark raven, dark feathers rustling in the dark night sky. No moon, the moon had been eaten by the dark. Dark drank it, and the sun. The dark moon rose over the dark sun that had set into the darkest darks. The darkness darkened darkly, darkening the dark until it dimly darkened even the darkest dark. Comprehensibility D, style C, tone A, content A. I've said it before and I say it again, I fucking love this game. I love how unserious it can be sometimes. Anyway, progress number 3. Style/tone prioritized over comprehensibility. Negative progress. Refinement plus time equals progress. It may equal progress, but you know what it will never fucking equal? Art. Anyway. The rot snail beamed. The wooded grain bent from the owl. Eggmail. 4 forms in glass eye and melt. A cracked page booked through from down in bark. I grow and longer with the lower dark seas. No one found. Eggmail heaven. Pour during out, he chin, when all scream in blue and an axe vermilion. A day is a round. It's so fucking hard to read this. Flat across evening, the water murmurs in light bulb trees. Round the cat! The dark glares in all streets. The coffee deers run. Fear drinks locks by windy cottages and black fires in the same mirrors. A mist heavies in Panic Mountain. Comprehensibility F, style F, tone F, content F. Making progress again. Individual elements are strong, but ATD's lacking awareness and intention is a blocker. How to grade. Input non-wake reference material. Source human subject. Use staff as writers. Risk of data skew. Need more wake reference material critical. Let's see what the newest one looks like. The dark woods rattled darkly. Flashlights peered into the deep darkness, and the dark shivered. Flashlights scowled. A woodsman came with an axe. The woodsman's teeth screamed. Flashlight screamed too, and was cut in half. Blood mixed with the darkness, a dark blend. Pistol looked at Flashlight in shock. There was nowhere to run, he realized. But he ran anyway. He ran into the deep dark of the woods. The woodsman rattled behind them, bouncing through the trees. Pistol knew it had nowhere to run. Pistol drew his pistol and turned to face his death. The woodsman emerged and Pistol opened fire. Pistol's pistol flashed in the dark night, once, twice, thrice. The woodsman fell with a clatter. Pistol breathed, in and out, in and out. Pistol looked at each tree, in and out. He was safe. Pistol grabbed the woodsman's axe and plugged it into his pistol to charge it. He went to check on Flashlight. Pistol checked each half of Flashlight. She was dead, and he knew it. Pistol screamed at the trees. The trees screamed back. Comprehensibility B, style C, tone B, content C. Yeah. And like I said, it may be making progress. It may have time and refinement from all of this. But once again, it's never going to be art. No matter how hard you try, you will just keep making shit. Okay, I did kill everyone. There's a painting here. This isn't the one they brought in from his cell. That's on canvas, not on stone wall. Have you noticed all the pictures as well are turned around in here? Well, they must have taken them off these walls because they quickly moved this to be here. God, look at this smug fucking face. What have we got now?
Had a thought today. A possible avenue for further research. When we think of art successfully affecting reality, we always think of Alan Wake and his writing. This could be due to recency bias or simply the amount of recorded evidence skewing our opinion. But also, I wonder if writing's very nature is an advantage. Text can describe events in such explicit detail. The story gives the shadow a blueprint, a map of what to make real. But not all art is like this. Music, sculpture, dance, cuisine, in our case, a painting. When the source material is open to interpretation, how will the shadow choose to interpret it? I think Diana will find the question very interesting. Most likely, she already has an answer. That's why I love her.
Tell this early on in them working together. He was actually okay with the idea of sharing information with her. Whereas we know now, he's very much don't give her any of the pages that we have. Oh god. Nope. Oh my god. Oh, hello. Sorry, somewhere to be. It's okay. Where did you go? And all of that ammunition I just got gone. Where does it want me to go? I assume it wants me to go down here. That needs a level 3, which I don't have. Is there a level 2 on this floor? I didn't check. There isn't. But if I now go up to level 1, that can give me the unknown weapon and level 3. Or I could go back to -3, do these two. I will see. There was a dude in here before. Is he still in here? Nope, he was one of the ones I killed, I guess. Yes, just what the doctor ordered. Let's have some more of this. Let's have a read. Reading reports. Threshold activity. Readings collected over the last 48 hours show a rising increase in activity stemming from the Cauldron Lake threshold, likely indicating an imminent AWE scenario. The highest recorded reading exceeds the safety limit, necessitating a general alert and requesting assistance from the assigned AWE response team. However, no alert or contact with external team has been made, per the recent amends to this procedure. As specified, the monitoring team will take no action until sign-off from either Dr. Marmor or Dr. Marmor has been received. Considering the rate of escalation that recent data indicates, the monitoring team strongly recommend that the AWE response team be contacted immediately. Signed, Harris Cruz, Lead Threshold Analyst. Yeah, they're being a bit tyrannical to be like, yes, there is an active emergency going on here, but no, you're not allowed to contact anyone. Oh, I didn't read this last time. Subject writing must feature darkness, water, Marmons, the lake house, conflict. Did anyone explain any of this to him? I'm just going to check how he is. Didn't even give a shit that there was just a bunch of shooting happening in this place. Okay. More of these, please. What's that? Oh. Alright, cheers, thanks. Really important information. Any more taken through here? Doesn't look like it. Hold on to my shotgun just in case. Oh, thought I missed something. Team notice. As you may know, a valued member of our team was recently reassigned off of Project Arbitus. Carla Livingston's designs and engineering expertise were a key part of the creation of the ATDs. Their contribution to the project cannot be overstated. The project team should rest assured that their reassignment was an error that should be corrected soon. Our project director, Dr. Diana Marmot, would like to remind all team members that any directive or assignment from Dr. Jules Marmont have no bearings on Arbiter's staff and should be ignored. Thank you for your attention. Lovely. They could be doing scientific pursuits. They could be helping each other find out the answers they want. Is that the fucking pie? That's one of the fucking pies. Yeah, they could be finding out all kinds of good knowledge for the future, helping improve the way society is. But no, they're fighting for who takes the credit. There we go. I'm just removing people's faces. Left and fucking right, aren't I? Look at Jesus. They had to model that. All the internals of a person's body, just for when the shotgun rips them apart. Good fucking lord. Oh, map updated. Background report, Rudolph Lane. In 2010, Lane was inadvertently revolved in AWE 35 while residing in the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he lived under the care of Dr. Emil Hartman. See case number for information, re his crimes and arrest. Lane was seriously injured during the AWE. He received medical care in Seattle for 2 months, during which time he was questioned and cleared by FBC. After the Cauldron Lake Lodge was seized and closed by the FBC, Lane moved to Wateree, Washington, where he currently resides. Recent surveillance confirms he has no known personal relationships or affiliations with paranatural groups. As requested, the observation team has confirmed that Lane continues to paint as of the date of this report. Yeah, that's the other sad thing that we got from the stuff we read in Lane's cell. The fact that he clearly loves to paint. The fact that he clearly, loves making art. Even after the AWE event happened, he just wanted to keep painting. But then he got brought here. And he was then forced to paint, forced to make art that he didn't want to make. And it made him grow to resent making art. That's horrible. That's just awful. Anything new here? Cell wall removed. Hip hip hip. Rudolph Lane. Private doctor. Head Booker abducted right. Emulating Wake's writing. Fabricating Wake's pages. Wake manuscript pages. Alan Wake involved. Yeah, that's just all.
My team was on sublevel 1. I knew they were in danger.
Right. Sublevel 1 it is.
The Marmonts turned innocent people. BC's authority. They thought they were untouchable out here, hidden away in the woods. No. Actions have consequences. And I'm the consequences.
Kieran's such a fucking badass. I love her so much. Uh-oh.
Sublevel 1.
Jules?
You fucking bastard! Jules Marmont killed my team. He was taken by the Shadow. I'm sorry.
No. Still need to get to the
I should
experiment.
get that gun while I'm up here.
Yes, you should. Oh, Jesus. No, 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 no. They're fucking horrifying. How fucking scary those things can be. I think I have to be in here anyway to change where the paintings are.
It's not very scientific. I mean, came up with that. Shadow.
Comes to my lab and treats me like some kind of assistant. Un putain d'assistant? Moi? I run the lake house. This is my facility. Mine! He cannot just walk in here for 1 week, make some speeches, and then fly back to New York. Espèce de crétin, prétentieux. The jackass thinks he's a fucking rock star. And he made fun of the name. Oh, the Shadow. The Shadow is good. It's evocative. He's just a jealous, spoiled little child. And I will make it so everyone can see this. I will make it so no one even remembers his name. To ces imbéciles là, hein? They all think I am a pencil pusher. They think I do not have the mind for such work. Eh bien, ils verront. Ils verront! I will take what they think is possible. But I will break it.
Oh boy. It's nice to know Jules was of sound mind, shall we say. Yeah, that's just shut off my exit. It should open the way. The gun. They're just slapping in and out paintings. Saw them guys. Just hear them. With the rest of us, please. Right. Focus on bit 5. I'll come back to that one. I assume there's other ones to look at. See? They've also just written down their password. 021219. Reassignment. From Jules Mama to Carla Livingston. Hello, Carla. I've decided to reassign you from Project Groundness to Inventory Management. Your title will be changed from Senior Researcher to Acting Inventory Supervisor, effective immediately. You might find this change sudden, but I have no doubt someone with a nut allergy like yourself will prefer to work alone in the inventory booth than out in the open where any dangerous pies may be waiting to hurt you. Perhaps some hard work will keep you from making any more unfounded HR complaints. What a piece of shit Jules is. Like, absolute bastard level of shit. Ooh. Yeah, BlackRock rounds. Good. Let's have a look at this project update then. Progress update 5. Got the firing mechanism working. It's throwing the test projectiles a good distance. Turned out pretty nicely. The fittings between the grenade launcher and custom components are a bit loose. No proper lathe here, but at least it works. Now, I need some actual BlackRock for the test. I know there's some on sub-level 5, but the acting inventory supervisor doesn't get access to that floor. Next step, source BlackRock. I'm going to check something. According to this map, there is no sub-level 5. Slightly worrying. The gun.
Okay.
And
This
security
should get me
clearance
down to
3.
sub-level 5. And
Yeah.
this should get me past any other problems.
Charge the BlackRock launcher by holding down R2. Charge shots go farther and deal more damage on impact.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad.
This is the one
The truth
Diana
was
was reading in
controlled
the
here.
video.
The art was not art, just content for the experiment. The contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance, cause and effect hopelessly entangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed. The feedback loop doubled and redoubled, out of control. The pressure kept building, looking for a release.
Might do as well, and we've got a couple more. This one here. Okay. Look at that. Like, seriously. This stuff looks so fucking cool.
Finally! Something works on these bastards.
Good. Me too. Oh back this way. Goodbye. Quickly fiddle with the button over here. I can get back into the lift. I then go down. I go down floor by floor because I've now got level 3 security clearance. I can check off all the little locations. Not wasting bullets on him. Right. Going to level 2.
The Shadow had changed Jules Marmont into a hostile, paranatural entity. That made everything simpler. No arrest, no paperwork. I could put him down like the monster he was.
Yes. Let's do this. Right. Yeah, there's the level 3 over there I was needed to do. But I've also got to be careful, because now there's paint on every floor. Yeah, I just want to go and see this thing. Yeah, I've got to be careful. Nothing spawns in here.
Lane was found dead in his cell this morning. It's an unfortunate setback. But when a door is closed, a window is opened. I believe that's the saying. Lane may be gone, but he left us with a goodbye present. A final piece of art. This piece is different. It's raw emotion, pure truth. He put everything he had into this one. Literally. And every reading we take is off the charts. This is what we have been waiting for. It is the key. I will achieve what no one has before me. Not darling, that arrogant shit. Not my selfish harpy of a wife.
So, we have a painter and a painting that can talk. Clearly connected. But Lane was dead before any of this even happened.
I never needed any of it. The fools will finally see me for the genius I am.
Oh, good. Probably shouldn't have wasted a bullet on that, but yeah. Any paint here in the fucking... Okay, good. see what you have. Jules Marmont, co-head of research to Project Ramner staff. Subject: status of Project Arbitus. As a head of research of the Lake House, it is important that I am informed of all proceedings at this facility. Since the other Dr. Marmont is failing to provide me with details about her team's progress, I ask that you all seek information from members of her team. Anyone who comes to me with details on Project Arbitus' current progress will be rewarded. Good Lord, Jules. Just good Lord. I think that was it from down here, wasn't it? Ooh, it's the box. Okay. Head down to the next floor. And it's gone. Of course it's gone. Ed's still down there. He's fine. He's in his room. Writing. He's chill. Let's go down to -3 and then down to the others. What is on floor 4? That's the research archives. And then 5, we don't know what
Level 3.
There really is just paint everywhere. Just gotta be careful, I don't want to accidentally spawn one of those things because I only want to skip. Jesus! Fucking Christ! I don't want to bother with one of these fucking things because I don't have that much ammunition. Yeah? Fucking try it, dickhead. Jesus Christ. Scare the fucking piss out of me. Okay, I think he's gone. Why didn't I that fucking corner? That's just cruel. Let me have a look. It's that one down there and that one up there. Easy. Yeah, like I really don't want to use up any more of these bullets yet, given that I'm just doing side stuff, not actual main story stuff. Unless we find some more.
Water dripped from the ceiling as Diana stared at the folders stacked on her workstation. Each one was a branch of research. Drip. Some were thin, some thick. They represented years of her life, her work, dissecting the act of creation and examining the bloody pieces. Bringing in live subjects had been her idea. Drip. Bureau leadership denied their request. But after HQ went into lockdown, she took advantage of the chaos and got her artists. Jules had whined about the optics. Diana ignored him. Now in her office below the waterline of Cauldron Lake, she considered how to proceed. Jules was convinced the page they had found would come true. It promised disaster. A situation out of control. Impossible. Diana was always in control. Drip. Drip. She needed answers. She needed to quantify, to define, to control.
Oof. I also think that, yes, Jules is a piece of shit. Yes, Jules is a bad person. Diana is also much quieter, but also an asshole. Like, she was the one that was like, yeah, no, we're going to bring in living people to be our subjects and just hold them here. Which means it was probably her idea to bring in Rudolph Lane. who eventually died in his cell. Just make sure. No, not this way.
Jules' team has found new pages written by Wake. He must have gotten Rudolph Lane painting again. His bullshit pedestrian methodology cannot produce results before mine. I have to go faster, no matter the cost. We're still behind our projections. The more the machines can produce, the closer we can calibrate them to Wake's style. But proper calibration takes a lot of raw material, and production is slow. We're changing directions. The hypothesis remains unchanged. Imitating Wake's writing style will allow us to generate art capable of linking with the threshold. Our live subject should match Wake's style much faster. People can be calibrated just like a machine. You simply have to push the right buttons.
Yeah, this is what I mean about, like, she's as much of a prick as he is. Like, Jules stands for, like, the big guy taking an artist who's known for their work and trying to force them to make art, meaningful art, in the direction they want it. Meanwhile, Diane sort of stands for the companies that are like, we can mimic this person's art, we just need enough machines that can learn how to be like them. And neither of them are working, because that's not how art works. You can't quantify and, like, categorize, well, not categorize, but, like, you can't do what they're doing, like, mechanically, with art. Art is too human to be controlled like that. Anyway, to use art with the power of the shadow, we must first define art. Thesis. How does critic define what is art? Where do we find critics? Kidnap, lure in critics? Or the audience? Are we the audience? Must we like the art? What is the role of an artist? Who is an artist? If you believe you're an artist, are you one? Do you need to be good? Does quality matter? Define an artist. A drug-using bum, often wears a turtleneck and drinks red wine. Left-wing political views. Danger. If left-wing politics made real by the shadow, any right-wing artists, not for abstract art or poems. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. Trying to, like, quantify and categorize art as its own thing will always just lead to making stuff that doesn't work. Okay, I think I do need to go all the way back here now, which means having to run past this bastard at the end. But then we'll just head down. Don't get me now, dickhead. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought, paint boy. Keep an eye on the walls. Fucking hell, man. Pass. I've only got 3 shots left. I'm not wasting one on you. That is a terrifying shot there. Jesus. Yeah. Down we go. Yeah. boy. What's this taking so long?
Mirror, please hold.
Oh, good.
This is not level 4.
Please hold. Please hold.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
The Marmonts were holding a painter here. Rudolph Lane. Does that ring a bell?
The shame of a man.
I think you are, or were, Rudolph Lane.
Himself! A self-portrait! Make them see!
Look, I might be able to help you. But I need information, cooperation.
No brush! Just himself!
Ooh. That page.
Rudolph Lane was dying. Both murderer and victim. Red hues ran down his hands. Was it scarlet? Or cadmium? Too vivid to be maroon. Names don't matter, he decided. Color was pure. Inspiring. For the first time in years, he wanted to paint. A self-portrait. To say goodbye. No. To make them remember. To make them see what they did. He slapped his hands against the wall to steady himself. He began from there. No brush, just himself. The strokes were crude, violent. The pain, misery, and hate he'd endured there. The fire in his eyes and hands and bones all spread into the shape of a man. It was quick. Natural. Like a heart attack. He slumped down to the floor, smiling at the anger he left smeared across the wall.
Yeah. So basically, what we basically get from that, Rudolph Lane killed himself in his cell and painted the painting that is currently down on level 5 with his own blood. One final angry punch to the Marmonts for what they did to him. Marmonts genuinely drove this poor artist to suicide because they just couldn't handle it.
Gotta find that elevator.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright. Let's go through the research archives. Shifting geometry bullshit. We're not even there yet and she already knows this. Yeah, look at it. We've got to get through here to there.
Ooh, nice office.
Nothing up here? No, nothing up here. Anything for me in here? Yeah.
Come on.
This is what happens when you build something underneath Cauldron Lake. Really? There's so many fucking skulls here. And rocks. Oh, thank God.
Black rock powder. Need to keep an eye out for more of these.
Change the disc. I'm fairly certain there's human enemies down here for a bit. Take it back. I already feel like I have to be quiet. Ooh, I got the achievement. Pulling the painting out. Defeat an enemy painted before it leaves a wall. I spent so fucking long trying to get that achievement before, and I never was able to. I'm just scared now, because I'm fairly certain. Stepping on the paint. Or does it just show where they can move to, actually? Like that one painted dude can jump from that wall to this wall to this wall. Maybe. Be careful.
Diana sat in her office. A weak desk light kept the darkness around her at bay. The silence of the archive suited her. She scowled at a series of graphs when the room turned red. Alarms blared. Breach detected. Then the walls of the archives rumbled. A tremor in the bones of the facility. One by one, the red lights went dark as a wave of nothing poured in from all sides. Diana stood, but there was nowhere to run. The sheer depth of the darkness terrified her. She realized they had done this. Her and Jules. Their ambition. Their hatred. Her desk lamp flickered. In the brief moment before it all went dark, she thought of Jules' smile.
Oh boy. Okay, that's a person. That's fine. People are easy. It's the paintings that are pretty annoying a bit. Spend a little bit more time looking around this stuff. Okay, I think I've looked at everything. Almost immediately. Yeah. You fucking know. reload quicker. Reload quicker, please. He's so fucking powerful. Jesus Christ. There we go. I assume, yeah, this isn't really showing me where I am. Here's a question. Are there any more painted people in here? Or did I kill the only one that's actually here? I also don't know which way to go, but I'm going to look down there first. Stuff like this. Oh, thank God. No black there. Really give some more actual ammunition as well, though. Hi, Iris. How you doing? Nice to see you here. Got me just in time to be going through an absolutely fucking horrific scene. God, there's so much painted area here. Please give me something good. Shotgun ammo? Fucking take it. Oh, there's too many painted areas here. I'm just gonna... That's all good, Iris. Lovely to have you here. Hope your nap goes well. I saw that. There you are. Hello. I was waiting for your fucking shot, you jammy git. No good is enough for me. I can walk a little calmer for a bit. Hopefully. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Where the fuck am I? Almost there. Okay, good. Almost there. Please go on for fucking ever. Right. Do this. Ideals. Ideal. Ideal. Anything else? Look, yeah, that's a light thing. That's okay. Annual report. Threshold study. Progress in the Lake House Directive to understand and suppress the Cauldron Lake threshold has improved this year. Research in the area of threshold energy detection and measurements have made great strides, see report. WY-113 through WY-138, Earth 139, allowing us to work with the investigations department in the construction of an early warning system near the shore of Cauldron Lake. Exploring the relationship between the shadow and source of light continues to be difficult without active threshold manifestations to test against. Additional means of containment and offensive measures against the shadow have similarly been difficult to develop without an active AWE, though theoretically research continues. Research into threshold suppression techniques is ongoing, with no clear determination regarding their viability possible at this time. The team has been testing counter-frequency projection in the vicinity of Cauldron Lake per mandate V29 head, I assume Hedron, with all the findings being sent to Dr. Darling as requested. In summary, 2017 has been a successful year with further promising breakthroughs predicted for 2018. Signed, Marmot and Marmot. In 2020, before Dr. Darling was lost in the lockdown of the oldest house, he tasked the lake house with discovering the nature of the shadow and its ability to convert art into reality. During our diligent research into this phenomena, it has become clear that Darling was not dreaming big enough. Which leads us to the new goal of the lake house and its talented staff, to create a stable connection between Cauldron Lake Threshold and our own dimension. And I'm sure that went swimmingly fine, didn't it? Oh. Yeah. Follow-up report, redacted. On the morning of redacted, the musician held at the lake house for research purposes was discovered missing from her cell. Security footage of the cell from the night before was damaged by electrical interference of an undetermined nature. Redacted, known professionally as Redacted, had produced a song called 6 Deep Breaths during her time at the lake house. That was considered very promising as research material by Dr. Marmot and Dr. Marmot. Redacted somehow used her song to orchestrate her escape. Efforts to find Redacted were brief, with any wider search considered an unacceptable risk to the lake house's mandate of confidentiality. Action to be taken. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether any staff at the lake house were involved in the disappearance of blank. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether the subject used the song they created as a redacted means of escape. All material related to and work produced by Redacted will be stored in the archive for future reference. Online checks for the public reappearance of Redacted are to be performed weekly. Known web addresses associated with Redacted in the past, known addresses with paranatural AWE activities. Redacted, thishouseofdreams.blogspot.com. I will get back to why that's fucking important later. Siren Society, Redacted, Blessed, Redacted, etc. For the full up-to-date list, refer to Redacted. Okay, so this, you can hear her voice in the background singing at the minute. This is in reference to the artist Poe, who does, like Poets of the Fall, does a lot of music for Remedy games. Like, she's the singer you hear at the end of every chapter end of Alan's story. She's a real artist. She's a real singer. And yeah, so this is basically just making her canon in the Control universe, and that she wrote a song while trapped at the lake house that helped her escape. But more importantly, this houseofdreams.blogspot was a real Tumblr blog. This was an ARG that happened before Control came out. There was someone on Tumblr who started writing a blog about they just moved into this house and they were just like documenting all the stuff about like being a new homeowner and all this. And then they find a shoebox. in their house full of books from this poet that they'd never heard of called Thomas Zane. And then at one night, they had a dream about some weird stuff that went on, and this person from this government facility turned up. It was a whole blog. You can probably, I don't know whether it still exists, it must do, but you can find videos on YouTube of people talking about this House of Dreams. But the fact that they not only made it canon in the Remedyverse, but also said that was probably Poe, is such a beautiful way of marrying all of this universe together to make it all like cohesive. You know, I love this universe. I love the writers. They are all just brilliant. Project Arbiters. The definition of art. A study by Dr. Diana Marmot, PhD. To truly comprehend the threshold within Cauldron Lake, we must first understand its attraction to art. However, even the definition of art is as varied as the range of crafts that fall under the name. To that end, we must open a track of research dedicated to defining and quantifying art, ultimately rendering the concept into a unit of measurement. To begin, let's not try to understand humanity's definition of art, but rather Cauldron Lake's preferences. Past cases of Cauldron Lake's threshold affecting reality have centered on writing. Wake, 2010. Cinematography is also suspected, though not directly confirmed. Zane, 1970. What about other mediums? We will need to test the viability of painting, poetry, music, photography, sculpting, dance, and so on. Not to mention the myriad of genres or methods within each medium. And what about crafts outside of most common artistic expression? Does any act of creation on a high level of expertise merit the title of art? Baking, woodworking, etc.? What about non-physical mediums? Why is music an art and philosophy is not? Does something become art due to its medium? Is quality, or perhaps simply through the intent of expression? Or an equation made up of all three? What would be the order of importance? What thresholds must each factor reach for the equation to succeed? Clearly, there is much to determine. We must begin with developing a methodology using a vast range of arts and general creative endeavors, both physical and mental. Then, find a way to test their potential connection to Cauldron Lake's threshold. Cauldron Lake is an enigma, with many layers to pull away if we are to understand it, and ultimately bring it under control. The work will take years. Like I said, art, you can't quantify art like this. It's not possible. Anyway.
September 13th, 2023. Notes regarding the concept of the tortured artist. A romanticized image of the sensitive artistic temperament, yes. But there may be truth in the cliche. It's no secret Rudolph Lane has been unhappy here for years. But, the aggregate data shows his art's viability score trending upward over time. If Jules hadn't neglected to hold regular psychological exams, then we could have quantified the subject's emotional state, creating a sort of distress rating to compare against the art's score. I'll make this a sub-goal of my study of Edward Booker. Once we set the variables and establish a control reading of his art and mental state, then we can begin inducing negative emotion. Limited food and water, perhaps. An increasingly tight living space. This is how Jules lost his subject, though. You need to be careful not to leave any sharp objects in Booker's cell.
Jesus. Yeah, my god, that music's loud. There's no way to turn it off, is there? Yeah, like I was saying before, Jules may be like a manipulator and someone who believes his own importance. But Diana's just cold.
The lake house was underwater. The Marmont's ambitions had finally been realized. Jules had dangled the painting like a lure and hooked an ocean. Their machines couldn't hold it, A fault in the system. The water rushed in, filled it until it was ready to burst. All their successes and failures had led them here. The work had made them into monsters. But the lake house was still theirs. It always would be. They could feel an outsider trespassing in their labs. I know you're here, they called out to the dark. They hunted floor by floor. They wouldn't let the intruders stop their progress. This was their home. Their beloved tomb beneath the waves.
Good lord. Password. See again. Just putting the password on the side of the fucking... Anyway. 6852... 8. All the way down the bottom. Letter from Darling archive. Okay, these are all archived. Diana, I just received a letter from Darling about a request you made to bring in live subjects. What were you thinking? Do you know how that looks? Jules. What did you say? Was it approved? Is this going weird for... Yeah. Don't know why he's doing that. No, he refused. You know protocol does not allow this sort of thing. He said he will be taking a trip to the lake house to check in on us soon. Like we're children. This is very bad for our reputation, Diana. Please, if you have an idea like this, come to me first. And from Jules to Diana again. Diana, considering the details on the new page we have found, I believe we need to abandon the research into Alan Wake's writing. We must not endanger our staff. Regards, Dr. Jules Marmor, co-head of research. Don't pretend like you're worried about them, Jules. You're just looking out for your own ass. The fact that the pages are detailing future events means that they are the correct method. We have to learn how to harness their power and dictate events to meet our goals, not Wake's, whatever those may be. The ATDs are producing better and better results. We just need to keep doing the work. No, Diana, I'm looking at the page right now. Constant imbalance, out of control, a crack in the lake house. If we continue with this research, we will lose our facility. Perhaps more than that. What is the point in succeeding if we're dead? I am the head of research here, and I forbid you from proceeding. You can't forbid anything. You are not going to keep me from the most important work of my life. If you're too much of a coward to keep pushing ahead, then I'll finish what we set out to do here alone. We have plenty of ongoing lines from research. I suggest you pick one and leave Wake's writing to me. You always need me more than I needed you. Official complaint. From Kingston to Dr. Mark. I've received a formal complaint about Jules' behaviour. You claim he is maliciously keeping research material away from your team, but he says they have simply been misplaced. Jesus, I hate this. Oh God, where's it gone? Simply been misplaced. I understand you are frustrated, but I recommend giving his team a week or so to find the pages and return them to your team. If the issue persists, at that point, then let's discuss your desire to escalate the issue. Does that sound agreeable? Harry Kingston, Facility Administrator. I believe he wants us to go that way, but also I want to look at this place with the lights off. Because there's new stuff. Oh, and the lift at the back has just appeared.
He booked the lab. Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit for my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules. Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages I need for my work. Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished. He is actively impeding critical bureau research. I mean, if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know, just inverting the amplifiers or misaligning the receivers or both. It's the same thing in principle.
Ooh. Let's have a look around.
This doesn't look like Lane's style. A different artist.
Red tree and a white background. Oh, hello. From Casper Darling, FBC Head of Research, to Dr. Marmot and Marmot. Something to get you started. I couldn't stop thinking about this new direction for the lake house after I got back to New York. I hope pivoting to researching Threshold Redacted's reality manipulation effect wasn't too much of a shock to you. It seemed like your work on containment was stalling, so I decided you could all use a fresh start. Here's something to get you started. Some drawings made by a certain blank a while back. See files D1 through D4 found in the attached envelope. Test for any reaction that may trigger with the shadow. Still don't like how unscientific that name is. You can designate the artist as P6 in your records. I expect regular updates. Go team, Dr. Darling. So these pictures are all done by Dylan. Not gonna lie, Dylan's not a bad artist. Yes, about that. Oh God. Another one. What is that? Oh.
A light switch cord.
Oh. I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, there's nothing else over here. I think we all know what this means, don't we?
Quick lesson on light switch cords. If you find one, pull it 3 times. The Ocean View Motel is a dimensional intersection. The doors from the lobby can lead anywhere, but I didn't end up in the lobby this time, which was definitely unusual.
Yeah. We're somewhere very different. These doors don't have symbols on them. No. But this one does. This one has a very interesting symbol on it that we have 100% seen before. And now it looks like we're in the oldest house. That is a picture swirling Trench and Jesse together. The oldest house.
Panopticon?
Panopticon.
But the Panopticon is at headquarters. Yeah.
Hi, P6. Hi, Dylan. What's up, boy? Sorry, this makes me very happy. Dylan?
I'm Agent Kieran Estevez, Federal Bureau of Control. Identify yourself.
It's quiet.
Who are you?
It's been a long time since I've seen anyone.
So, hey.
This is an FBC containment unit. Why is the Bureau detaining you?
I'm where I belong.
Everyone I meet here is either a painting or a paracriminal. There's a sign over there for the Panopticon. The Panopticon's only in New York, in HQ. Is this the oldest house?
I think that's where I am.
So you are inside the oldest house. Is anyone else alive?
I can't.
It's a waste of time. Hey, this is important. FBC headquarters went dark 4 years ago. What exactly happened in there?
We were attacked. No, no, not again. Not yet. No, 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 no.
Hey, stay with me. Stay with me.
Okay. Okay.
What attacked the oldest house? I need to know.
Something's changing. Outside. Can you feel it? I can hear it. It's getting worse. You can't stay, can you?
Hold on. The phone will interest me. I need to know if I could.
Tell Jesse I tried. I really did.
Is that really the oldest house? It felt wrong somehow. At least my voice is back to normal.
So, that was a little teaser for Control Resonant. I remember when that first... fucking elevators. I remember when that first came out. Like I first got to this point of the DLC, and this was the only, like, knowledge we had of any possible future Control game. Because this was before Control Resonant was announced. And so people were, like, scouring through that footage just to get any glimpse of ideas or anything. And now it's only a couple of months away. I genuinely... Jesus. Otherwise I genuinely couldn't wait.
Oh, Jesus. 1, 2, 3.
Sublevel 5.
6.
There's the painting. Shut down the experiment. There's the painting that Rudolph made. Covered in his own blood.
No.
Oh look. I wonder why it's giving me so many boxes. Lots of different powder as well.
The Marmonts had opened the door into Cauldron Lake's threshold. It was forced. It was unstable. Shutting the experiment down was the only option.
Hi, Diana. Sorry, Diana. Even has taken, they fucking hate each other. Jesus. Oh, God. Oh. Let me guess. Please heal, please heal, please heal. Go. Nice. Good.
It's about to fracture. Where'd she go?
Research!
Fuck, I missed. We have loaded shots of this bloody thing. I fucking missed. Hurry. Nope. I'm ripping through her. She's no. That was close. I'll shut down the experiment. I'm gonna keep talking to him.
I know what the Marmonts did to you, to Rudolph Lane. I will do whatever I can to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again.
The putrid weight he could never wash away!
The Marmonts are dead. I don't know if that's any sort of consolation, but it's done.
The pain, it was all over him!
The threshold is tearing itself apart. I need to shut this down. Look, I'm sorry. I know you didn't make a choice here. It's not fair, but I have to shut this threshold down before it fractures.
Agent Estevez stood in the forest just outside of Bright Falls. She watched her team detain Alan Wake and Elmo Costa, stuffing them into black SUVs. She realized this was the moment Wake had been writing in the vision she had seen. The story was coming true. She pushed the thought out of her head. It had been a good tip, a way to find Wake. Nothing more.
Alan Wake! After the Threshold event collapsed, I was back at Cauldron Lake. But for a moment, I was somewhere else. I saw Alan Wake there. He was writing about me finding him in Bright Falls, in the woods. It was a good tip. I called the surviving members of my team, and I told them to meet me there. You know, these cases, they never get less ambiguous or easier. This one, this was tough. Because protocol says entities like the Taken are monsters, threats. The Marmonts were monsters way before the Shadow got to them. So at the end of the day, what's the difference?
And there we have it. Beautiful. Once again, no notes. I wish I could play this song in its entirety. This song is called End of an Era, and it is beautiful. But unfortunately, I don't want to get a copyright claim or anything. Just know, hit his post song.
Clock stopped, and another she was.
I'm just going to skip that, just so I don't get claimed or anything. But that's it. I've now done every replay of all the games, ready for Control Resonant to come out in September. I do love the fact that Kieran Estevez tries to calm the painting, like what's left of Rudolph in the end, and just be like, look, the Marmonts are dead. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure of that. But because the painting was made out of hatred, from the blood of a dying man, it couldn't find that solace. So Kieran just had to stop it. And like I say, I love this DLC just because it's so pro-human art. And it handles it in such a good way. Like, it shows someone trying to force art to happen from an artist and it just not working. It shows someone trying to use machines to recreate art that's just as good as a human doing it, and it doesn't work. It's such a good message. It's such a good story. And it's a story that only humans could have made. I love this game. I love Remedy. I love Sam Lake. I love everyone who is involved in this. It's so good, and it's so weird to me that I'm now caught up. And the next time I will be streaming a Remedy game on this channel, it will be a game I don't know. I don't go in with foreknowledge, because these have all obviously been replays. The next time I'm playing a game, it's going to be Control Resonant when it comes out. I can't wait. Like, I don't think I've been this excited for a game to come out probably since Alan Wake 2, actually. But yeah, I'll be going back to streaming like Vintage Story and other little things here and there until Control Resonant comes out. But yeah, might as well do the end of stream ritual quickly. So yeah, thank you all, everyone who joined in the stream, everyone who was going to be watching this later on. If you would like to join me in my friends' Discords, where we talk about streaming, game together and chat together and everything, there is a link to that. If you want to check out my YouTube channel, where I archive all of my streams after they come out, so you can just watch them whenever you want, there is a link to that. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us here. And I will see you in the next stream. Bye-bye now.